Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about GIS, Geographic Information System. Along with the theoretical part, you will get your hands-on software that is being used to store, analyze and display GIS data. All the resources that we are going to use are provided in the download link below. So download that resources and follow along this tutorial. So without wasting time, let's get started. For this tutorial, we are going to use QGIS. It is open source and freely available software. You can use as many times you want. Unlike ArcGIS Pro, which is having $100 cost annually. These are the system requirement. Minimum 8 GB of RAM is recommended minimum to work it very smooth and without any glitch. So let us first try to install QGIS in our system. Search QGIS, download QGIS. This is the qgis.org site from where you can download the software depending upon your system, Windows or Mac OS. So the latest version is 3.32, and if you are looking for the stable version, then you can download the 3.28 or later. I am using MacBook, so I am downloading this. It is big file, so you have to wait for a while. Alright, so download has finished. Let us install the file. I am installing it on my MacBook, but the procedure would be same in case of your Windows computer. It is smooth and easy installation, no worry. Alright, so now it is asking me to install. Agree. Now you should install. So if you are a Mac user, then on first launch, please control click on the icon and choose open from the context menu, after which a confirmation dialog is shown and you need to click the open button. Alright, so let us check whether our application is installed or not. Alright, it is installed, and as this said, control click on the app and it will ask for the permission. Alright, so first time you have to open it from the application context menu, otherwise it will not open because of the Mac OS security systems, but it will not be so with Windows computer, Windows system. So this is a application interface from where all of the things, all of the analysis, all of the adding, creating, everything would be done from here. So it is very important to be comfortable and be familiar with this interface. So this is first is our QGIS menu. Project, edit, view, layer, setting, plugins, vectors, raster, database, web, mesh, processing window and help. So this is our QGIS menu. Then another important two things regarding QGIS is, one is the panels and another is the toolbars. Now what is toolbars? This is known as the toolbars, and this one here is known as the panels. So you have a different panels and you can access all those panels from the menu. From here you can view panels and you can view toolbars. So from the view you can choose to close or show these various panels and toolbars. Like I have closed the browser panel. Again, if I want to switch it on, then I go back to view panels and check the browser panel. So we have browser, layer panels, and we have these toolbars. Now you can also close and open these things from here. Right click on this panel and it will appear panels as well as the tools bar. So basically by default they have given browser panels, layers panels, and as a toolbars, attribute toolbar, data source manager, digitizing toolbar. So you can choose whether you want it or not. Like I have closed this. Again I can right click and I can choose to open it. So this is named as a shape digitizing toolbar. So I can close, I can drag and drop shape digitizing toolbar. This one, shape digit. So I have closed it. Again I want to open it, just click on this and you can open. You can again drag and drop it back to here or wherever you want to put it. So that is the regarding the toolbar. You can be comfortable with this interface. You can play around, you can choose to close some panels, open it again. Same way you can choose to close or open these various toolbars and play around with it so that you become familiar with this interface. And most of the time we are going to use this browser and layer panels during the initial phase lot of time. So let us quickly look at the this browser panel. This browser panel through which you can access your file. You can directly drag and drop the files here also. Many times we would be using this browser panel to open or access our file. Now how? So you have these volumes, home. So from the home tab, there you can access the file wherever you have kept it. So I have kept my file in the QGIS folder. So you can access all the file and you can drag and drop. Okay, so if I want to open it and want to see what is this file look, then I can go back to my folder and I can see how this file looks. So this is the .prj, .shp, .ssx, .cpg. These are various kind of file that can be opened in QGIS software. Again, so this is the folder with which we are going to work. You can also right click and you can add as a favorite. So this will appear here. See, can you see? So you need not to every time you need not to open the access the folder from the home menu, but you can directly access from the favorite. So whatever the project or the file you are working with, you can just right click and make them as your favorite and you can access them from your favorite menu from here. See? All right, then this one is the layer panels. Let me add one file. So this is the save file. Let me first open the project, new empty project. Okay, so I am adding this save file here. So you can see now our layer contains one file. That is a save file that we added. So this is the layer panel. Suppose if I want to do some kind of processing, then there will be another panel known as the processing toolbox. So from this processing toolbox, you can have various processing activity like clipping, then buffering, that we are going to see in the later part of the video. So all this processing would be happen from this processing toolbox. So processing toolbox, this layers panel and this browser panel that we are going to use very frequently during our initial part of learning. So try to be comfortable with these panels and the views. From this menu, you can directly open a new project. You can click new project and it will open new project. You can save your project from here. This is the basic. Then this is a map navigation toolbar. This is a selection toolbar, attributes toolbar. This is a shape digitizing toolbar, data source manager toolbar. So all this toolbar can be accessed from here and from view and panel. So from the view menu, you can access these panels and toolbars. So project, you can create new project. You can open project that previously you have created. You can open form. You can open a recent project that you were working previously. You can save it from here. It will ask you to save the file directory where you want to save your project. This is the edit option that we will be learning later. Then this is view. Then this is layer, from where you can create layer, new layer, save file, points, polygons or line, or you can add already created layers, or you can access the online layers from here. This is your references. There is a lot of things that we will be learning in the later part. Settings, plugins. This plugins menu is also very much important. We are going to install few plugins. There are a few plugins which are being already installed and few are not. So many times we are going to use a third party plugins. So guys, what is plugins? Plugins means it's kind of accessory. So in this particular video, or this series of the video that I am hoping to add later, we will be learning concept of GIS, like what is it, what is the fundamental of GIS, how it works, which are the component, what is the data structure behind GIS, which are the available software to use, how it is being used as a solution to real world problems, that we are going to learn. What is GIS? Now, rather than talking about what is GIS, I have just specifically created one animated video to give you some basic idea or concept regarding what is GIS. So let us see that first. Have you ever thought in this way while you are going to school or the office daily, how many things you observe on the way? You may see a roadblock due to construction works for the metro going on. So many things you see, hear, and feel. Your favorite bakery, which you might want to visit later. Unsafe road due to manhole or open drainage. Numbers of cars and scooters at the crossroad, or a railway crossing, or a number of bridges coming across your route. But what if I tell you that all this information is vital for town planners, engineers, and people like us? And how useful it is if we have all this information in a spreadsheet, like a number of routes available to reach your school or office, peak traffic hours, and so on. So, what wonders it can do if all this information is on the map? Now you can decide the shortest route, or you can avoid traffic to reach your office. When you are thinking this way, you are using GIS data. G stands for geography, which is places on earth. I stand for information, what is, where, when, and of course time. S stands for the system, input, storage, analysis, and display of spatial information using software and hardware. Haven't you used a location service like Google Maps, known as GPS navigation, is a glimpse of GIS. However, the GIS has more data in the form of layers, and layers are built from the actual world. As GIS understands the location and has database attached to the layers, it can help answer very complicated questions quickly. Think about the route you are taking to reach your office. Will the closing down of particular bridge impact the traffic and other emergency services in particular? How many hospitals or fire stations linking that bridge? And now civic bodies can prioritize which road to be repaired first based on the traffic loads. And you know what? The impressive aspect is that GIS have the capability to perform this task for any type of information, not exclusively limited to roads. This technology can effectively handle and assess a variety of data in your everyday task. So, GIS stores data as layers, and layers represent the real world. Layers are made up of spatial and non spatial data. Spatial data is nothing but geometric shapes, points, lines, and polygons. And each of these shapes is tied to its real world location on Earth using latitude and longitude coordinate systems And that's the real magic behind geographic information systems. And if the data is 3D enabled, you will find a third coordinate, elevation, which is the height above sea level. Things which does not have any dimensions are the points. For example, hospital locations, cases, crime spots, etc. While roads and streets can be represented by the lines. Polygons are for the area to show length and width. Examples are city or country boundary or a farm field, etc. A simple model is shown in 2 dimensions, but more advanced one can be created in 3 dimensions to display the height of buildings and other structures. Components of GIS. GIS consists of software, hardware, data, methods, and people using it. Softwares are like all the computer programs, apps used to handle, manipulate, and analyze data, like arcgis and QGIS. Hardware range from computer systems to satellites used to capture the GIS data. Data is spatial and non-spatial data that we already talked about. Methods. Methods are techniques, procedure, model, or practices used by GIS user with other components for their projects. And people, from tech specialists and trainers to those who use it to solve problems using GIS technology. I hope now when someone talks about GIS, you will understand what he or she is talking about. Thanks for watching.